Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today. Hope you're well. I start my videos always the same, but I do hope you're well. I mean that, and I hope you're enjoying some spring weather. It's a sunny day here, but there is rain forecast. Have you managed some crafting time? Hope so. Okay, so you might wonder why I've got this toilet bag on my desk. And the reason it's here is that I bought this ready for my trip. My other one was looking a bit shabby, and I bought this one. And when I got it home, I opened it up, and the packaging inside here, put that to one side. Well, first off, it had this cardboard inside, holding the shape. And then scrunched up inside there were these, actually there were 3 sheets. I've cut one in half because it was torn. 3 big sheets of butcher's paper, what I know as butcher's paper. We use it when we're moving to wrap up the precious items, china and so forth. But the shops obviously use it as packing. So I thought this piece of cardboard, and it came with this label, which was quite nice. It already had an eyelet in. So I've already covered the back of that with just plain white paper. I'll put that to one side, that'll come in useful later. But this card, I thought I might use that to make a masterboard. It's quite a good thickness. Obviously I'd have to put white on the other side if I want to write, but that's fine. So I'm going to put that to one side, and then these papers. Now I can't remember whether I shared with you, I made some wrapping paper for a gift for somebody, and it looked really nice when it was done, and I thought, seeing as how I've got the label, what I could do is use this half sheet to make some wrapping paper. So I'm going to move these 2 sheets. They will go, for now they're going on the end of my table, but I will fold those gently and put them in my drawer with the rest of my bits and bobs of paper. So yeah, we've got this nice big piece of butcher's paper, and I thought, let's paint it. So I need this piece, and I'm going to flip it over because the other side is still pretty bland, and I thought, that doesn't fit on. Okay, so I thought what we'd do is start splodging on some colour and see what we can come up with. Before I start, I'm going to use this, not that one, this one. This is a Stabilo black pencil, and I'm just going to scribble over this paper. And it doesn't have to be, I mean the paper is scrunched up anyway, which I quite like. It just adds a bit more interest. So there you go. Say nothing too special. It just takes away the flat plain white. Okay, so looking at this, I've put a piece of white to cover this part of the label, but basically it's sort of pinks and black, and I actually love this here. I think that's quite nice. I don't know whether I'd be able to recreate that, probably not, but I did think we'd keep it to pinks and blacks. And I've got these three colours here. One is a pink metallic, one is just plain pink and it's a very pale pink, and then this one is Mars Black. And I thought we'd start with those and see how we go. I don't think I'll start with the black. I'll start with the paler pink. And I've got my palette here, but I've also got a plate. And I think the plate might be more suitable for this. So for now I'm going to plop that there. And add some paint to the plate. And I've got a 1 inch wide brush here. That I'm going to just show you, I'm going to water this acrylic paint down a bit. And I might have watered that down a bit too much, but we'll see. And I just want to splodge that over the page. And this paper will get very wet looking, but that's fine, don't mind that. It should be good. Yeah, definitely need more paint. Actually, I've got another pink somewhere. I wonder where that is. And I think it's a Liquitex pink, which could be good. Now that dry paint there. Now, I'm sorry if I go off out of shot. It's a bit difficult with this big piece of paper. I want some down here. This is it. This is a Liquitex and it's light pink. So it is a bit different. But we'll add a bit of this as well. Again, I will water it down a bit. To me, that's more of a peachy colour. And it's a lot thicker paint. That's okay. Let's get it on. Now there was a little tear there in the middle, so I have to be careful of that. Okay, so those are our pinky colours. Now I want it to dry a little bit before I go too much further, but you can see there's a fair amount of colour on there. And now we can add the black. I'm just going to grab my paint pens here and just check the pinks that I have. That's one, that's another one. And that's my large black. And actually we'll take out white as well. Okay, let's have a look, see what these look like. Just scribble in areas. I mean, and that's literally all I'm doing, scribbling. See if this one is any different. Ooh, this is quite bright. Huh. And like I say, it doesn't take an awful lot to get a reasonable coverage. Right, now with the black, I think, let's get some on the plate. And I'm using, what did I say, Mars Black. And will I use this? No, I might use a round brush. This is a sort of a general purpose brush. It doesn't matter if they're upside down, because once you know, if you use it for wrapping paper, it flicks around. Okay, maybe one more down here. Okay. Now I really want to let that dry, but I've got paint on the palette, so let's get rid of it. And let's have a look at where we are. All right. Now, I like to add a bit of gold. So I'm going to go and grab my gold. And I'm going to go with Liquid Gold. Because a little bit of this goes a long way. My water's a bit dirty. Not bad. Okay, now what I want is something round. Here we go. Use this. some just to use that up. I mean, it's really just splodging it around. It doesn't have to be anything particularly, just getting paint on the paper. There we are. So I actually liked this one. I thought this one was really nice. You probably can't see, but because it's metallic, it adds a really nice shine. So I might add a bit more of that. Yeah. I'm thinking, let's have a look. And I think that will do. Got a bit more on my brush here. So there you go. There's the wrapping paper. Oops. And I mean, it might not look much there, but once it's wrapped around something, it looks pretty good. Well, certainly the last one I did was quite nice. And I had, actually I might do the same here. Just give me a sec. I'm going to put some splatter on. Oh, sorry about the noise. Some fine tech. And I think I'll use the paler gold, this one. It's either the paler gold or the silver. I think it's that one. I'm going to get some clean water and I'll be back. So I'm going to use this brush for my splatter. It's quite good. Okay, my hands are covered in gold paint, and probably the front of me too. Okay, so that needs to dry off. I did put a big pool of water there, so I'll leave that. Just give that a gentle dab. So that's on the back desk, just drying off. And on here, I have, where's that tag? I put it somewhere safe, there it is. Okay, and I have this piece of paper. So what I thought I would do, let's do a bit more splattering. Let's bring this back in with gold. Maybe. Use up the gold that's left on the brush. That needs to dry. Okay, and that can go over there too. Oh, I can see the splatter on that. Don't know whether you'll see this. Can you see the splatter on there? It's lovely, really nice. That and the metallic paint, it's really good. I like it. All right, still needs to dry. And we'll go back to this piece, which also needs to dry. But basically I thought I would just plop that on there. And once that ink has dried, I might just draw either a leaf or a flower, something on there. Look at my hands, covered in gold paint. My goodness. Yeah, so that's, I possibly should have done that before I splattered. But I was thinking if I'm using my black pen, it really shouldn't matter. Because I'm only outlining, is basically what I mean. I just thought I'd do something like, oh, look, I've got gold ink on there too. This was at the back of my desk. And we'll just glue that to the backing there so that the writing behind doesn't really show. And we should be able to just use the glue stick for that. There we go. Then when it comes time to attach it, either thread some thread through there, perhaps some black thread, or we could add beads. Actually, I think black thread would be quite nice. So that is my label, and the wrapping paper, let's see if it's dry. You know, once it isn't quite dry, it's still a bit damp there, but once it's dry, if you prefer, you can press it on the other side, on this side, but I actually quite like it. If it looks a bit like this, I don't use sellotape, I use some neutral ribbon to tie a parcel. And then you just wrap it in there. What could be nicer? With its own label. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, so maybe next time we'll work on a masterboard using the cardboard. But for now, that used the padding paper, and the little label off my new toilet bag. I think Australians call them something else, dilly bag, that's the word. I've always known them as a toilet bag. All right, I'm away. Thanks so much for calling past today. I hope you enjoyed this, a little bit different. And and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.